Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's the Saints going up against the Cardinals. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. And we say hi again, one and all. Brandon Gaudin here as we count you down to kickoff, and I turn to my partner, that's Charles Davis. And Charles, I know even a former defensive back like you can admire some of the receivers in the game today, and Larry showed us a couple that are very likely to stand out in this one.
Man, it's hard for me to admit that I actually admire receivers, but with their acrobatics, with their speed, with their moxie, and the way they go up and get the football, they can change the outcome of a game in an instant.
Ready for football in Arizona as Phil Dawson boots it away. On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. Oh, leaves him behind on the spin. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading him out, one of the all-time greats. Hard to believe in his 17th season now, Drew Brees.
His numbers are big time, but what really impresses me about Drew Brees, his consistency. 37 touchdown passes in 2016, his 9th consecutive season with 30 or more touchdown passes. That's an NFL record, and he moved past Dan Marino last year into 3rd place on the NFL's all-time passing yardage list.
On first down, Brees. It's complete. Flainer, right side. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now we show you the starting lineup for the New Orleans Saints on offense. At the running back position, I guess a good problem to have. They might have too many running backs right now.
Well, you know what they say. You can never have too many running backs because of injuries and attrition. But in this case, if you're New Orleans, you're loving your lineup. Mark Ingram's back. He's been in the Pro Bowl before. Adrian Peterson signed with your team. Adrian Peterson, and he might be the number 2 back. But how about the drafting of Alvin Kamara? A big-time pickup from Tennessee in the 3rd round. Many see him as a space player, but he showed he can be a pure running back against the Los Angeles Chargers with a 50-yard run for a touchdown. The insistence of speed at every position is really seen at the defensive end spot. These guys in the old days were often outside linebackers. They just pushed them forward because they wanted to play fast and get to the quarterback or the running backs quicker than ever before.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Dayon Buchanan with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7.
This Cardinals pass rush in 2016 got home 48 times. That's a pretty good number.
A very good number, led the league. Is it just because the dudes that they had, or the scheme, or both, or what?
It's always the dudes first, but their scheme, attacking, pressure, they'll continue to pile up the sacks.
Now the 9th-year man from LSU, Thomas Morstead, on to punt. The Pro Bowler Patrick Peterson back deep for Arizona. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. A sidebar league-wide story, Charles, as these 2 teams make their way back onto the field. Anquan Bolden retiring after 14 NFL seasons. And Boy, he is well respected around the league, isn't he?
Boy, is he ever. And what about the accomplishments, right? Would he finish ninth? I mean, at this time, ninth in the league.
Yeah, he had
catches.
Over 1,000 catches and 14,000 yards.
Productive, tough, gritty. The kind of guy that on third down you had to find because he was going to find his way open. And no matter how difficult the catch, he seemed to come down with it. 3 Pro Bowls on his resume as well. He'll be missed by the NFL.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he got what he could there, just trying to move forward and gain a little bit of yardage and create some space. You know the pressure is going to be tough defensively.
So the two sides will make the long walk to the other end of the field. 0-0 our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football. They've got a second down and 8 to start things out. Again, it's Johnson. Dances by him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Palmer now to throw on third down. It fights him off. And he's got Fitzgerald. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. The two old workhorses, Palmer and Fitzgerald, connecting there for a Cardinal first.
I know one adage that actually held up last year. Age is just a number. And I'm talking about Larry Fitzgerald. 33 years old. Led the NFL in receptions with 107.
Third oldest guy to lead the NFL in receptions. Two guys did it at age 34, Jerry Rice and MacArthur Lane. On first down, it's Palmer. Caught right side, Gresham. So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. So we've hit halftime here, and as we expected, looking at the clock, a very quick first half of play. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Larry Ridley. He's standing by with our EA Sports halftime report. Larry?
Thanks, Brandon. I'm Larry Ridley, and welcome to our EA halftime report. It's a 0-0 game at half, so both sides obviously love their defense and hate their offense. Moving forward, we'll just have to see if it's the first to score that wins. All right, let's do it. Here's a look at the first half highlights. Dawson's going to kick it away. Gans the one on the return, and he ends up at their own 41-yard line before he stopped on the play. Same drive. Fleener's wide open here on the catch, and he'll end up at their own 45-yard line before being tackled. Continuing on the drive, Buchanan's going to push his way to the QB here. This ends up as a loss of 7. Midway through the second quarter, Palmer's on point with the throw, and he ends up at their own 21-yard line before he stopped on the play.
Thank you, Mr. Ridley. A scoreless first half, and now we're set for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is TJ Logan to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain any type of an advantage on offense. Is it through a big chunk play that they haven't seen before? Or is it just running your regular offense and running it better, trying to create an opportunity?
We'll see which avenue they choose to go down. And they start the second half with Johnson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, Palmer. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 6 on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
We always talk about what a bonus it is for a running back who's able to catch the ball downfield. Well, David Johnson started his college career as a wide receiver before transitioning. He's got it all.
Well, it showed last year 80 catches from that running back position led the NFL. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Palmer. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. Nothing flashy there, the slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys, because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact to complete it.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Palmer gives to Johnson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. See if they stay on the ground for second down. And Palmer gives to Johnson. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
Now after the made field goal, here's Dawson back out now to send this one away on the kickoff. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Back to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Thomas. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
They'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. 23 yards on the play. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. On 4th down, off goes Drew Brees, and on comes the Saints kicker, Will Lutz, for the field goal attempt. This to potentially send us to overtime. And Lutz's kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. Decent chunk of yardage still left here. 2nd and 7. Palmer to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is a catch by Ted Ginn. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hook up right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
Breeze now on 1st down. Left side and caught by Flainer. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Second down following the run. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout. And now we're set to get going. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, it's Breeze. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard near the 25. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. When you and I did the weekly commentary updates last year, it seemed like we always used to talk about Michael Thomas week after week.
And it piled up. 92 catches on the season, but the thing that really struck me was doing a New Orleans game and talking with a few of his teammates who talked about how much the game meant to him. And he was upset with guys he didn't think cared about the game enough. Unusual for a rookie, but it's a good sign for him.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now Breeze on the bootleg. And brought in here by Flainer. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Breeze finding Flainer for New Orleans first. A lot of efficiency here on this drive. Heck, this may be their best drive of the game.
Yeah, if they'd moved it like this throughout the entire game, we probably wouldn't be here in overtime. But right now, what you just said was the key word, efficiency. Taking care of the ball, move it downfield, get themselves in a position to score and win this game.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Shotgun now for Breeze. This will be caught at about the 6. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. So the offensive unit called the TO, and now we are ready to resume play. They'll look to run with Ingram. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive. To throw, it's Breeze. The quick slant caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least get them a lead here in overtime. And Lutz puts this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. Now remember, this one is not over, but with the time running short here in this overtime, that could very well be the game winner.
Yeah, remember now, the other team does get a possession, but when the clock runs out, that's it. So that was a well-calculated drive to use up the majority of the clock and leave your opponent with little to no time left.
Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. A field goal would push it to sudden death. We just saw the field goal on the other end, but I don't think they are thinking field goal. At least not to start this drive. They're not thinking field goal.
Not at all, because your point is well taken. Yeah, kick the field goal, you push it to sudden death, but you're also kicking off and giving the other team the ball with a chance to kick a field goal and beat you. Get the touchdown, finish the game off. That has to be the mindset.
First throw in overtime now for Palmer. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale.